Hello, this is Jeremy from Property Inspection Manager. In today's video, I'm going to take you through PIM for commercial property inspections. One of the things with PIM is it is developed to accommodate different types of commercial inspections and is much more flexible than any other app on the marketplace. So it's an ideal partner for you to be able to use the inspection app to conduct a variety of types of inspections. So what we've seen over the last few years in particular is a use of PIM for move-in or entry reports, make good and exit reports, and now more frequently either annual or periodic inspections, which could be monthly, 6-monthly, whatever makes sense to you, and whatever you need to do as well. So what we're seeing are people are looking at the asset overall, and from a lease perspective, and also other types of inspections that may be just on common areas, exterior of the property, or just a drive-by inspection to make sure that anything that isn't correct is captured and moved on and gets sorted out. The other thing that's really important to note with PIM is that your inspection templates can be customized to suit not only your branding, but also the way that you present that information to your clients. So we've got a number of different styles, and we'll put some up on the screen now, which include the opportunity to put your picture in, your photo in of the property manager, the asset manager, do cover pages, put specific areas of interest on the front of the report, and we can also structure it so that you've got photos in line with the areas that you're inspecting. So there's a lot of flexibility in both the way that we can set up the inspections depending on the inspection type, and also the templates that we push the comments and photos into as well. The other thing is that we do integrate with leading commercial property management systems. So that includes stuff like Cirrus 8 and Released, and also we integrate with other systems too, like Console, Property Me, Property Tree, and have a chat with us because we are in a position to be able to integrate or at least exchange data between most systems that are in the marketplace. Anyhow, let me show you a little bit more of how PIM works for commercial inspections. When you download PIM from the App Store for the first time, you will be prompted to either choose residential or commercial settings. When you do this, if you're going to do commercial inspections, choose commercial, because what it'll do is we'll set the app up with your inspection areas that are relevant to commercial assets. Of course, you can change all these and add to them as well. And it will also bring in your smart property profiles relevant for commercial assets. Again, you can add to this too. And it will allow you to access the commercial templates. With PIM for commercial, you can also integrate and link your property management system with PIM. To do that, you go into Settings, the Advanced menu, and you'll see in the Advanced menu that there are a number of property management systems that we integrate directly with. This means that you can schedule and confirm inspections in the property management system. They become available within PIM, and then once those inspections are submitted, they push back up into the system. So you'll see in here that we've got Property Tree, we've got Cirrus 8 and Released, and a number of others, Console Cloud, we've got Palace in there too, and Shintaro. So there's a lot of flexibility, and also what I would recommend is that you get in touch with us, have a conversation, ask if we can link into the system that you use, because there's a good chance that we can, or there may be a way for us to be able to export that data and bring it in to PIM. So you can link your system to your property management system to PIM, and then import your inspections. So I've just got a few here that are ready for me to go. I'm just going to select those and import selected, continue. Okay, what you'll see in here is I've brought across inspections that also include a property profile, inspection date, all these tenant details, etc. And now these are available for me to inspect within the app. So I'm just going to choose this unit in the Pilbara Street, Welshpool. You'll see it's brought across the details on the lease, which includes for commercial the building name, if it's a tenant within that building. It's brought across the property details, it's a small office. with 2 offices and 4 toilets. That sounds a bit of overkill. It's included in there the email addresses for the owner, and if there are multiples, they're in there as well. You'll see that with the commercial assets as well, you can put the tenancy name. It will have within the lease details start and expiry dates and the square meterage associated with that lease. So tapping to start my inspection, the first time I go to an asset, I can make sure that I've got the right rooms for that property. If I want to get rid of any, I can delete them. If I want to add any rooms, I can do that as well. So I'm just going to add an additional open plan office. That appears at the bottom of my list. I want to move that, so I press edit, press the grey bars, move it to where it needs to be. So I've got my right rooms in the right order. You'll see in here as well that I have got some additional areas. I've got maintenance required, suggested improvements, hour summary, and a tenant summary. The maintenance required suggested improvements in our summary go on the front of the report, and the tenant summary is used for any communication directly with the tenant that you don't want to go into the main report. So I've got the right rooms in the right order. That's then saved in the system for future reference and future use. What I'm going to do now is go into an area and I'm going to capture some information. So I've got my setup with the quick checks ticked already, and I've done this so that I've got all of the sub-inspection areas included as well, and I can just go through here and I can tick if there are any deviancies or things of note. Tick it once, puts a red cross, that will go into the list as a red cross. I want to capture some notes, and I've got several ways of capturing notes. Obviously I can key into the space, but I've also got these circles with crosses, and the circles with crosses bring up shorthand words and phrases. So you can build a library of commonly used terms that you can drop into your inspections. You can reuse abbreviations that are associated with that phrase, key them in, tap the space bar, it appears above, and you can tap it, drop it in. The other thing that I can do is I can use Siri for voice to text. So if I press the microphone on my keypad, I can chat into the app and capture any relevant comments associated with this inspection. I do have a section called additional notes. Anything that goes into notes goes into the report. Anything that goes into additional notes can be pulled out and give you a list of other things. So you could use it for cleaning and maintenance, a consolidated list of things that need doing. You could use it for your eyes only, and for your eyes only it could be any notes about the tenant, any notes about any activities that you need to do when you get back to the office. I must remember to look at the lease because they are thinking about moving in the next 6 months. I need to work out what penalties may be associated with this. I then got my camera, and with my camera in PIM, I've got a couple of options. I have a photo and a multi. Multi allows me to take a number of shots in succession, so it's ideal for taking photos. I'm just going to lighten that up there. Ideal for taking photos in a property condition report where you need to take a lot of pictures quickly. The other option I've got is to use the single shot, and with the single shot I can take a picture and then I have a number of options available to me. So I can add some notes to that picture. Remember to clean the coffee cup, and that will appear above the photo, so it just adds to why I've taken it. The other very neat suite that we've got now is the editing suite, and if I press that, it brings up a tool selection bar, and I can choose to put some arrows in. I'm going to make them red. I can point to stuff. I can use a pen to circle stuff, and I can even add notes to the picture as well. So I can annotate the photo. So those annotations and those marks can be added to the picture, and they're embedded within the picture, which is a really cool thing. So I can use that photo, press done, I go back to my list of photos, I can do that editing on any photo that I've taken now. So if I go into this picture, for example, enlarge it, I can press the edit and I can add some notes on here. Now, hang on a sec, I'm just going to quickly do an ellipse. There we go, bang, done. And any picture that I've taken in the app, I can send independently of the report. So if I've got a picture that I need to send to somebody quickly, I can select that picture. It gives me a little action button in the top right hand corner. I can then choose to email the owner. I can text it, do whatever I want to. This is particularly useful if there's something that urgently needs sorting out, and I can send it straight away from the app. So I would go through my inspection, capturing my comments and phrases. I will then do my areas that go on the front of the, that go on into the report. I'll just put a couple of items in here. There we go. I'm going to do a summary. Okay, press the space bar. And then the final thing I wanted to show you is this tenant summary. So in the tenant summary, I can put something in here like, thank you for allowing me through the property today. I would like you to note that there are posters that are attached to the outside of the windows which need removing immediately. And then I can take a picture of those posters and I can attach it to the message that goes directly to the tenant. So I'm going to go through this. I'm happy. I go back to my home page. I can now go to my action button in the top right hand corner. And one of the great things with PIM is that you can preview your inspection so you can see what it's going to look like. And at this point, you can go back in, change anything that you need to. Okay, I'll have a quick look at it now. Yep, okay, I've got my front page. I've got my rooms. Yep, that's good. And I've got my images with markup and any notes associated with them. What I haven't done, and I can quickly go back and do this, is I can go in there and I can choose a photo to use as a feature pick. I'm going to use that one. Attach as a cover photo, use as a cover photo. Go back, and now I can submit that inspection, and it will push that inspection back to my property management system, and it will send an email with the inspection to my designated email address as well, which is very, very good. I'll have a quick look, and yep, now I've got my inspection with the cover photo, so that's a picture of the outside of the property, which is great. Everything else is spot on. I'm going to go into here now, and I'm going to look at my tenant inspection report. So my tenant inspection report will just be the information. So for the tenant, so it will do a mail merge if there was a tenant name in there. Thank you. Oh, I need to change that and get that done. Thank you. Please remove the posters from outside. And there's the picture of the posters outside, so I can send that independently to my tenant. And then the final thing is I can consolidate my additional notes. So I've got a list of things to look at back in the office for my eyes only that I need to get sorted out. Right, there's I must remember to look at the leaves, which was the list, but that's okay. I've got a list of things that I can check when I get back. Now I've got this currently switched on, so it's only area only, as in it's the room. It doesn't have all the sub-inspection areas, but if you wanted to increase the amount of detail in your report, for example, if it was an ingoing inspection, I would include the sub-inspection areas as well. So to summarise, PIM for Commercial is an ideal inspection tool to allow you to conduct your inspections on commercial assets, and we've got a lot of flexibility not only in the type of inspection, which can be as comprehensive, including areas and sub-inspection areas, or as lightweight as you want, which may just be headings for action required, maintenance required. A lot of scope in there. We integrate with the main property management systems for commercial properties and a lot of other commercial property management systems too. So between the whole settings for PIM, the templates that you can populate to send to your target audience, whether they be your landlords, your tenants, or to your maintenance departments. And the integration with systems, it's a very, very easy to use, robust but flexible tool. If you have any questions at all, please get in touch with us at support@propertyinspectionmanager.com, where we'll be more than happy to have a conversation, make sure that you get set up properly, and make sure that we understand what your requirements are, because that's the key thing. Thank you very much for watching.